Hey, so I'm back. I'm recording another video, journal entry thing today, and I guess I just want to say that I'm feeling like I can be brave today. And even though it feels late, I want to continue to move forward with my boundaries when it comes to people, places, things, everything. And so, hold on. Anyways, okay, so I'm inside. And I want to continue. So, basically, I had a pretty impactful conversation with my mom last night that helped me to realize a few things. Not even realize them because it's like I knew them already, but vocalizing them really helped to like bring everything into perspective and bring it to life a little bit. And so basically I just was reminded how important it is to be uncomfortable, be able to be uncomfortable when it comes to taking those risks and doing the things that are going to help you grow now rather than waiting. Because waiting, like in the movie Shang-Li, it only prolongs suffering. Hold on. Man, I'm going to have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because these people and their telemarketing ads and shit keep pissing me off. Anyways, though, I just realized that I need to do a little bit better, and that I'm brought back to a point in my life where I have to choose, and in a way I almost have already, but I'm trying to change my trajectory. I've almost already made my choice, but I am deciding now that I don't want that to be the choice that I make. And I'm gonna go try and run as fast as I can in the other direction. And see if that helps anything. If it helps change my trajectory. So basically, like a few years ago, I had to make a choice. And I could either do nothing, which would be a choice in itself and lead to whatever it was gonna lead to. Or I could act and do something that was hard. And you know what? I think I acted pretty quickly and I made the decision. But it was hard and it did take me a little minute. So I'm trying to think back now to how long it took me to decide that this was a choice I want to make. And no matter how long it took, I ended up making the decision, which ended up leading me here. And so I don't think it's too late to change my mind and to decide that I do want change. Even though I'm like at the edge of, it's like running, thinking that I am gonna go jump off this cliff. You know, it's like I don't know. This is just the first example that came into my head. It's just like you're in motion and you see an edge coming and you're like, I could slow down. I could turn and go that way. I could keep going. It would be hard, right, to stop myself right now because I'm already in motion. It would be difficult to change which way I'm going because I'm already going this way. I could overthink and keep thinking, oh, what am I going to do? But as I'm in motion, you know, like time, that's like time. I'm continuing, you know, in motion. And I could either keep contemplating and let that choose for me and end up falling off this fucking cliff, or I could do what's uncomfortable and stop and change my trajectory, use all of the energy I can to change. And right now I feel like I'm almost at the fucking edge of the cliff, and I've just now decided that I'm gonna fucking go ahead and stop and change my fucking trajectory. That's how I feel. Like and this kind of has to do with speaking up for myself and respecting myself and putting in certain boundaries that I know need to be there in my life. That it's hard to speak boundaries, especially when you've lived the life I've lived. If you've seen things from my perspective, then you would understand. But you're your own self, and you have your own journey, and it might be easy for you, but for me, it's been a long journey of being able to just speak up for myself. I can easily speak up for others. I can easily, protect other people and choose and try and help them choose and give other people the reason why it's so important for them to choose. But for some reason, me doing it is just it's been so difficult. But I think that's a part of my journey. Like, I have to learn how to do this, because how can I help anybody if I can't help myself? If I can't do these things for myself, I'm going to feel like a fraud. I'm going to feel like I shouldn't be here when this is a part of my purpose. And so today I'm going to speak up for myself. And I've already taken, I already know what it's going to be, what I'm deciding for myself moving forward. And then I have to basically implement strong boundaries into every area of my life. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be so fucking hard to live by my principles and values, to tell the truth, when things feel uncomfortable for me right now. Things I feel my negligence, my inability to act and move, my fawn and freeze mode when it comes to my survival mode has led me to freeze, and I'm ashamed of that, and I'm ashamed of what's come of that. But it's my choice now to be truthful with myself moving forward, to have courage to just say, you know what, this is what the fuck it is, this is what happened, and just not hurt myself further by choosing to live in delusion. Because what is that going to bring? It's going to bring more delusion, more deception, more lies, more chaos, more fucking drama, it's going to push me in the direction that I don't want to go in. I have to live by my values. I have to walk in my truth. And the only way I can do that is by making choices. And each and every moment I have to make choices. I have to be conscious and make choices and not be fucking negligent. Like, I can't be complacent, if that's a better word. I don't know. I can't do that to myself. I have to be the person who is sticking up for myself now. I have to do that for not only myself today, but for the past versions of me who needed it. For the future versions of me. I can't get to that future self that knew me without this. And I'm trying to be okay with where I'm at and give myself grace for what I have allowed so far, and to just accept that I am choosing this moment now to move forward and to have boundaries with a certain situation, waiting until it's almost too late. But at least, I'm aware and I'm choosing now. So there's a lot of heaviness and emotions that come with it. But I think speaking it out loud, is really helping me to step into the energy of it. Because when we move things from our minds, from just thought and clutter in the mind, to actually speaking them and letting the vibration and the energy of the words live and be alive around us and in our bodies, and in letting that, merge with our frequency and our energy, then it can help us to move. Just like in the Bible, I guess, during creation, he spoke life, he spoke creation. Even I'm not religious, but I think that that's a principle that I think is helpful. That's why affirmations are so powerful. Because it literally shifts your energy. Words have energy to them. Everything does. Everything has frequency and vibration. And when you speak things over yourself and when you speak things aloud, it helps them to become tangible. And so it's changing my energy a little bit instead of just being all in my head. That's just what I'm feeling right now and what I'm sort of going through right now. And also during this process of moving, it's been a lot. And I'm just gonna, say my prayers today, make sure that I pray, and just be thankful because, I know everything's gonna work out. I know everything is gonna work out just how it's supposed to. And so there's no need for me to stress and worry because things are going to work out how they are supposed to no matter what happens. Because just like my dad, as I'm thinking about my dad, he was definitely a very religious person, and he prayed and he just lived by principle. Well, he taught by principle. And I just remember him saying, everything is going to work out as long as you are, listening to God, following in the footsteps, I can't remember exactly the phrase, but following, God's will, His path for you. If you are praying, if your heart is good, everything is going to work out. And my heart is good, I feel like I have been fighting myself because right now I'm making hard decisions, and I've allowed my decision of complacency, my indecision, to make a decision for me that led to certain results that are hurting me and making me feel almost regret. But there is no regret. There shouldn't be, because it's only helping me to learn right now. And that's what I have to remember, is that, even if certain things happen as a result of this, it's only going to teach me, I'm still worthy. I'm still worthy, even though I make mistakes, even though I have shortcomings. My heart is good. And at the end of the day, I will always continue to try. I will never give up, ever, on being the person I want to be, on living in alignment with my values and my morals, with what I feel like is my purpose, being in alignment with that. Even if I fuck up, and even if I find myself so at odds with the person who I feel like I'm supposed to be, I still don't think I'll ever give up trying. And so right now I just have to remember that and forgive myself, and just remember that, I'm still worthy. So even if things don't work out, if things go a certain way, I have hope and I have faith that at the end of the day, for me, I'll be okay. Now, that doesn't mean that I'll be okay because I am never going to give up. That's why. Because I'm going to keep trying. Because I know my heart and my intentions. And I know that fear is a powerful thing. And that I shouldn't be punished, because I was afraid, as long as I do step into that courage. As long as I find myself eventually being able to step into that courage, then I can say all of those times I was scared and I couldn't move allowed for me to be courageous in this moment. And there's probably more I could say, but I also feel done. So,